Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats.
And good afternoon, Wildcat fans. John Ball, Matt Ball with you. We are at the Marion Family Complex. We are over at the Roy B. Schaefer baseball field as the Neosho Wildcats coming in at 5-1 takes on the Grove Ridge Runners that are 5-5. Matt, this stacks up to be a pretty good ball game. It's going to be a great opportunity for us. The Cats have done a yeoman's job so far this year. Now, last year they started out 5-1 also, but they started out 5-1 because of a tournament that we played here ourselves, the Roy B. Schaefer tournament this year. Coach Kilgore opted to get us an opportunity to play with some other people, and we have been doing that. We went to Florida, and we ended up winning four out of 5 ball games there. Then Tuesday night, we were in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and the opportunity there was pretty good as well. We beat them by a score of 8-1. Matt, that means that's 4 ball games. The Cats have won and scored 7 or more, and won by 7 or more innings. So we're actually excited about what we're going to do here tonight. We're going to get this ball game going in just a little bit. This is the pregame show. It's being brought to you by ProLube, your tire and auto center. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we will be back. You can see out there that over on the far side of your screen that the Ridge Runners just got here. They're trying to warm up a little bit, but we'll get this ball game going underway about 4:30. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
People's Bank of Seneca, we care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, we've dedicated to providing excellent customer service across the 4-state area, ensuring that every experience is exceptional. Visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. Learn more at peoplesbankofseneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you are growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
In a sense, we all live in earthquake zones. Sometimes things in our world are shaken by forces we can't control. It might be one of those times in your life right now. Life's quakes remind us how breakable and vulnerable we are. You were made for a relationship with Jesus Christ. Only through Him can you be safe for all eternity. He proved it by His blood when He died on the cross to pay for every sin you've ever committed. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
Welcome back to the Marion Family Complex. Neosho Wildcats will be taking on the Grove Ridge Runners. We don't have their starting lineup just yet, but hopefully we will here in just a little bit. Matt, what's it look like the temperature is going to be at game time? We saw a little sprinkle out there just a few minutes ago.
Well, I'm looking at the phone here, and it's showing 81 degrees, but as I look out on the field, the wind is definitely blowing from west to east, and it's blowing at about 18 miles an hour.
Well, that should make things interesting. What we normally say is that's blowing. If you're looking at your TV screen, it is blowing from right field over to left field. So we're excited about what can happen tonight. Hey, we did some good things Tuesday night. We're excited about the ball game. We exhibited a really, really nice job of speed and timely hitting and discipline at the plate. Big Lim McInturf, the first baseman, he'll be DHing tonight. He walked twice, and he came around and scored both times. Boston Patterson on the mound had the chores for the Cat. He collected 6 strikeouts on his way to a victory where he had 94 pitches, and he was pulled right at the end of the ball game for Brody Arthur. Brody came in, the big southpaw senior, and collected the save as well. Timely hits were by Jaden Nichols, Brody Crane, Jaden Fisher, Alex Rodriguez, and Drake Jennings. Combined to that with the disciplines we had, the Cats had 7 walks. The Cats won the ball game by a score of 8-1, and we're excited to see that same thing happen again tonight. I believe it's going to be a great, great ball game. Looks like that at least the coaches are out there. I don't know, we haven't seen any officials yet, but we may hear in just a minute. Let's take another time out. This is the pregame show. It's being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We'll be back in a few. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track. Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Hi, I'm Barry Reel with First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho, and I want to give you some encouragement today. None of us are perfect, but sometimes we feel like we have messed our lives up so badly that even God can't fix us or help us. I want to assure you that's not the case. In Romans 8:28, we read that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. That means that God can even use your mistakes to do good in your life. I want to encourage you to trust God and let Him give you peace about your past, a purpose in your present, and hope for your future. With KNEO Radio, this is Barry Reel.
And welcome back to the Marion Family Complex. John Ball, Matt Ball with you. There's still plenty of time for you to get out here. We're going to have the varsity game, and let me tell you, these varsity guys are deserving of your support. And a little sprinkle right now, but it's going to get out of the way. And then we'll have a JV ball game after that. Our freshmen are playing a doubleheader down in McDonald County tonight, so there will not be a freshman ball game, but we're looking things over. We're reasonably excited. Neosho coaches are out there. Matt, as I said, we don't know a whole lot about the Grove Ridge Runners. I know that in Oklahoma, their season started a little before ours did, so they've actually played 10 ball games. Coach Chris Praggy is also the AD, and he took over for Neosho's Drew Osborne, who is a dugout coach for the Cats. Drew was there for 9 years and had a very, very successful campaign while he was there. Had an opportunity to come back and be with Coach Keith Kilgore and maybe be mentored just a little bit and get a little more into baseball. It just shows you're never too old to learn, doesn't it?
That's exactly right.
It really does. So we're excited about what's going on here. We are going to get things going underway in a few minutes. As we said, hopefully we'll have some starters for you. But some of the other things that we're going to watch tonight, Brody Crane is going to have the pitching duties for the Cats. Now he is the verbal commit to the University of Arkansas, and that happened now, at the beginning of this year. He's just a junior, but he touts a 92, 93 mile an hour fastball. So Caden Smith, the other senior on the ball club, and there's several seniors on this ball club behind home plate, is going to have his job cut out for him, making sure that Crane gets the ball in and he can catch it. I'll bet his hand will be sore before the night's over with. Catching is one of the more important jobs that we've got, and Canton does a great job of that. We saw him. He also, I didn't count this say this just a little while ago, but just thinking about the ball game on Tuesday night as Canton came up, I told Matt, I said, now Canton's desire is to hit the ball right up in the right center field power alley. About that time, boom! That's exactly what he did. But the timely hittings that we had, plus the aggressive base running from these Cats, made the difference in that ball game, don't you think?
Yes, it did, actually. I was very impressed by the way that they were leading off, and they were really aggressive. So this should be a pretty good show tonight as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great, great time. And this is your opportunity. This is the Cats' home opener. In fact, they'll play this ball game. We'll have 5, 6, 7 ball games under their belt after tonight, and they have yet to play a team from the state of Missouri, which is really, really important. What we did out on the East Coast, the kids got a chance to see some other ball players, a different class of baseball, and kind of had a chance to bond as a team. Coach Kilgore talks about that team culture and how vitally important it is. We will hope to get this thing underway in just a few minutes. We're going to take another time out. We will be back with keys to the Cats, the starting lineups maybe, and a few more. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Here we are at Roy Schaefer Ballpark. It looks awful. It's all turf, you know. It's different than what it used to be. But we're going to go ahead and start out with Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats is sponsored by State Farm Agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street, Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance services for individuals and businesses. Learn more online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 417-451-6666. Let's go, Wildcats.
Now, here we go with Keys for the Cats. We start out and we spell the word cats. We start off with C, count. These Cats started out 5-1, same as last year, but as we said, this particular team is absolutely something special, and the expectations are high. They went to Tampa, Florida. They played teams from the Eastern Seaboard, came home with a 4-1 record, which is really good. Tuesday night, we went over to Pittsburgh and beat them by a score of 8-1 with aggressive heads-up base running and some key hits. We need to keep the foot on the gas tonight in front of our hometown crowd. The action on the bases Tuesday night is what won the ball game for us. Defensively, with the help of a double play, once Pittsburgh got an opportunity to score, stifled them, and double play is the pitcher's very best friend, and it couldn't have come at a more opportune time. This is one aggressive ball club, and we need to stay that way tonight. T stands for timing. Though we did get some key hits on Tuesday night, when we were in Florida, we struck out 32 times, and we struck out a few times on Tuesday night as well. But we also, while we were in Florida, walked 33 times. Timing and discipline are the keys tonight against this Grove Ball Club that's already played 10 ball games. And S, once again, S is start with the end in sight. And the end in sight is a COC championship and a district championship. We currently lead our district with a 5-1 record, as well as Nixa. Republic comes right behind us with a 4-1 record. And we played our very best baseball at the end of the season last year in the district playoffs. Let's do it again tonight. And one of the things we can do as that happens, it'll be a really sweet ride back. We've got a lot of baseball in store for you, and we're excited to be able to bring it to you. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or therapists can help you. Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit risefitnesscenter.com.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features to dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers. Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m.
Here we go.
To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is
Once we get going, it'll all fall in.
417-4505.
All right, welcome back to the Wildcat Ballpark, commonly known as the Marion Family Complex. We've got softball, junior high softball going on behind us, and we've got our baseball with Grove Ridge Runners here in front of us. We just got all the information, so before we get started too far, let's talk about what the starting lineups look like. And for the Grove Ridge Runners, the coach is Chris Perry. He's been his first year, but he's been an AD and he has been a college professional coach in the past. So start off with number 3. He wears number 3, Dustin Keller. He'll be playing shortstop. Number 4 is Brady Dalton. He'll be playing second base. In the 3 spot is Walker West. He plays as at first base. And the 4-hitter playing left field is Adrian Doris. In the 5 spot, it is Avery Petty. He will also be playing third base. Malachi Watson is the DH. Gavin Wyatt will be playing in right field. Rhett Guerin, who was the big boy for him the other night when they played Inola, he will be playing in center field. The catcher is Craig Rutherson, and not hitting but on the mound for the Ridge Runners is Caden Tolson. For your Neosho Wildcats, and we'll get going with that just as quick as possible. We pretty much have the same lineup. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We start off with the speedster, Finn Versluis. Finn started off the other night with us. He drew a walk, stole second base, went to third on an overthrow, and when there was a drop third strike and the catcher threw the ball down to first base, he came on around and scored, and that got the Cats going. Number 2 hitter is Jaden Nichols, who had a very timely single right up the middle. He will be playing third base. Brody Crane is on the mound for the Cats tonight. Drake Jennings will be playing in left field, and he'll be hitting in the 4 spot. Big Lim McInturf will be the DH tonight. Playing second base is Jaden Fisher. Catching behind the plate will be Canton Smith. Over at shortstop, Hudson Williams and Alex Rodriguez, who DH'd the other night, will be playing in right field. Brody Arthur, the southpaw who finished the ball game the other night for the Cats, will be on first base. Looks like we're getting ready to get this ball game underway. We will. The time that we start this ball game is about 4:31. We don't know whether there'll be a national anthem or not. Probably. Well, it looks like the Cats are going to take a little bit of an infield, so we'll get things started here in just a minute. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is Your Touchstone Energy Partner.
Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Here we are back at the Roy B. Shaver golf or baseball field, and we're going to thank some of our sponsors right now. Thank you, Stark Graphic. Thank you, Neosho School District. We got People's Bank of Seneca, Missouri Southern State University, Happy Egg, Compton CPA Group, First Community Bank, Special Risk Insurance.
Yeah, we want to thank all of our sponsors. In fact, we want to thank some of those top sponsors that have helped us out for years. I'm thinking about specifically Eric Norris. He's your State Farm agent. He's done Keys to the Cats for us for the 6 years that we've been on with Neosho Sports. Pro Lube has continued to do the pregame show for us. Crowder College brings you the starting lineups, and of course Harvest Bank. And we want you to stay tuned for the post-game show, where it will be Coach Keith Kilgore coming up and visiting with us, and we'll get a chance to talk. Matt, one of the things that we've seen with Coach Kilgore, he is very, very aggressive. As you said, we saw a couple of guys get on base. They no sooner got on base, and we had something going, whether it be a hit and run or whether it be let the ball go so we can get on down to second base. At one time the other night, we had a pitcher over at Pittsburgh that was just asleep just a little bit, and Caden Fisher just kind of walked nonchalantly over towards second base. The pitcher finally threw the ball to second base. Well, the runner at third base came on around and scored. So doing things like that makes a huge difference, and it keeps this ball club where it needs to be. We're getting the warm-ups out of the way, and we'll get going here in just a little bit. I believe that if you're holding off for it to rain, come on out. It doesn't look like it is here anymore. We're looking at the flag that is over in front of George Washington Carver, and it's just pretty limp. It's just leaning right up against the pole and comes out just a little bit, so maybe wind won't be an issue tonight either, but we're ready to get this ball game underway. I think there was probably a little bit of misunderstanding, as Misha told us that it would start at 4:30, but my other schedule said that it would start at 5, and Grove just happened to get here right around 4:30, so we certainly wanted to be good hosts and give them an opportunity to get out and get warmed up a little bit after the bus ride over here, which is, 45 minutes after a bus ride like that. Give them a chance to limber up, and they've got a pitcher down in the bullpen right now that is limbering up, and we will get this ball game underway in just a few minutes. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services, including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, Visit risefitnesscenter.com.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Welcome back to the Marion Family Complex, the Roy B. Schaefer baseball field, and the Cats are off the field now. It looks like that Grove is going to take some infield, so we will see what happens there, and maybe we'll get this ball game underway about 5 o'clock. So we'll stop here for just a few minutes, let you enjoy watching Grove, and we'll be coming back and be ready to get the ball game going underway in just a few. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. Well, welcome back to the Marion Family Complex, Robbie Schaefer baseball field, and looks like that the Ridge Runners have just about warmed up, and we should be getting this ball game underway in just a few minutes. John Ball, Matt Ball with you. We're here to cheer on the Wildcats. The Wildcats come in with a record of 5-1, having just this last Tuesday night gone over to Pittsburgh, Kansas, and won their fourth ball game by 7 or more runs as they beat Pittsburgh, Kansas by the score of 8-1. On the mound for the Cats that night was senior Boston Patterson. He pitched 94 pitches going into the seventh inning and was pulled by Misha rules and regulations, which is something we certainly want to make sure we play by. Juniors and seniors are allowed to pitch 105 pitches in a ball game, and then of course they've got to take a couple of days of rest. If freshmen and sophomores are allowed to pitch 95, and this is important enough that we've got our pitch cutter here, and we'll be able to tell you as the ball game gets going just exactly how many pitches we've got and where they're coming from. As I said, we're getting ready. Looks like that the coach for the Ridge Runners is coming out, meeting at home plate, and I would expect Coach Keith Kilgore to come out at just any given moment now. We can't say enough about what this Cats team has done, as we said earlier. But if you were able to join us earlier for the pregame show, which feels like, man, it was about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
We
apparently some miscommunication, but that's all right.
Yeah, and we'll get going here just pretty quick. But Cats are doing a great job. They're very aggressive on the bases. We're very disciplined at the plate because we realize the importance of getting a passed ball, and they got 7 of those the other night. As we mentioned, big Liam McInturf walked twice, and both times that he walked, he came around and scored. Ben Versluis started the ball game out for the Cats, and he walked, stole second base, went to third on an overthrow and a drop third strike, causing the pitcher to throw the ball, or the catcher to throw the ball down to first base, and that just was a green light for Versluis, and that was the first score of the ball game. So this Cats team is good at manufacturing the runs that they need. Defensively, we're pretty solid as well. Now, with a pitcher like Patterson, you don't see a lot of balls to the outfield, but we certainly did turn a bang-bang double play ball, and the strength that we've got over on the left side of the field is just amazing, with Jaden Nichols over there at third base, and of course Hudson Williams, who plays shortstop, played third base last year. They have those arms, and they're able to rifle a shot across there and make it very looks like a very simple play. I'm sure it is not, but talking with Coach Kilgore, I said something about that timely double play ball. He said, yes, sir, that is something we practice, and we practice every time we're out on the field. So this Cat Ball Club is excited about what's going on. They've got things that they would like to get accomplished this year that they didn't feel like they got accomplished last year. Their record was 10-22 last year, and they were, however, they were playing their very best ball when it got into district playoffs last year, and a lot of the kids that were on that team last year are certainly on it. We've got 12 returning starters this year, and most of the kids that are out there are solid, and they know how to play this game. Well, we're getting the handshake underway, and I would assume that we're going to get ready to start. And there's Dave Marty, the PA announcer, that is going to ask us to stand, and we will honor our country.
Neosho Wildcats. Let's meet the starting lineup for today's game, starting with Pro. They are coached by Silas Bohan, assisted by Justin Teal and Noah Hausman. Now for the lineup, leading off, starting at shortstop, Dustin Keeler.
Dustin Keeler is a shortstop.
Second base, Brady Dalton.
As we said, they will be the visitors for the ball game, so they're kind of walking out here, and they will line up, and we'll get going. They have a 5-5 record. They're coming off a win Tuesday night, much like the Cats, except their win was with Inola, I don't know much about them either. Those Oklahoma schools, we don't get to see a whole lot, but they beat them by a score of 4-3. What we do know is they pitched by committee. Now we'll see if that happens. Caden Collinson will be on the mound for the Grove Ridge Runners. And here come the Cats.
Leading off, playing center field today, Finn Versluis.
Finn Versluis, the speed demon, as he's coming out first.
Jaden Nichols.
Jaden Nichols will be over on third base, and they're going out to their positions.
Clean up today, playing left field, Drake Jennings. Batting fifth is playing the designated hitter today, Lynn McIntyre. Batting sixth is playing second base, Jaden Fisher.
Jaden Fisher, the junior that we saw a lot of at Hardwood just not too long ago, came into his own last year, especially during the playoffs, district playoffs, and hit the ball really well for the Cats. Brody Arthur, the catcher, the lefty, will be at first base, and hitting for him will be Lynn McIntyre. For now, we will have our national anthem, and we'll get this ball game underway. All right, we're about ready to get this ball game underway. The Cats, as we told you earlier, come in with a record of 5-1. They're coached by Keith Kilgore. He is assisted by Drew Osborne, Jacob Galbraith, and Marcus Crawford. The managers are Stella Birch, Grace Morgan, Quinlan Depew, and Red Langford. So we'll be ready to get this ball game going. And out on the mound for the Cats is the speedster, the guy with a strong arm, and that is Brody Crane. Matt, this looks to be a great ball game. If the Cats can get off much the way they did the other night and get started and not look back, then this should be a ball game that should be very entertaining. There's a pretty good crowd here. Hey, if you're listening at home, come on out. You got plenty of time to be here. There will be a JV ball game after this. As Matt said, it's the temperature at game time is about 81 degrees. Now the flag that we see dead center field is pretty limp, so there is no movement at all, but winds gust up to 5 to 12 miles per hour, so we'll see if that has any effect on where we're going or not. Brody Crane, the junior, throws a fastball. He's developed a little bit of a curveball, and with a fastball like that, any type of changeup that he can pull the strings on, he certainly is going to do that. We know for a fact that we will be going to Glendale for district playoffs. The people in our district will be Branson, Glendale, Joplin, Kickapoo, Neosho, Nixa, Ozark, and Republic. That'll be Class 6, District 6. Cats are throwing the ball around the horn, and here it comes back in, and we'll be ready to get this ball game going. As we said earlier, the Cats are at the top of that district right now with a record of 5-1. They share that with Nixa, who is at 5-1, and then Republic, who is at 4-1. Glendale has only played 3 ball games, but they've won all 3 of them. And here we go. This is Dustin Keller. He plays shortstop. Here comes the first pitch from Crane. A little bit of chin music to start with, so there is ball one on high in the inside corner. Crane looks down. He comes from the stretch. There's a call strike. Well, that evens the count at 1-1, and this ball game is underway. Welcome to the Marion Family Complex and the 2025 Neosho Wildcats. There's another one that is a call strike too. Brody was able to, while he was down in Florida, he had 14 of 16 strikeouts during the time that he pitched. So it counts a ball and 2 strikes. That one's home plate umpire looks that one over because catcher Captain Smith going to do a good job of framing that for him, but that evens the count at 2-2. Dalton, West, and then Davis for the Grove Ridge Runners. That was a ball outside. That gives us a full count of 3-2. Matt, you don't want to lose that first batter.
Nope.
We know as far as Neosho's concerned, we'll make you pay if that happens. Here comes the next pitch. It swung on strike 3.
Caught him swing.
Got him. Yeah, just blew it right by him. So here's Brady Dalton. He plays second base. And we will tell you, this is a relatively small ball club. And let's see if we can find out. He is one of the juniors on the ball club. I think I see 3 seniors, and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. And there's the first pitch, and it is in there for call strike 1. Crane has switched over. He goes from the stretch now, and there's a ball that is fouled back off, well out of play for strike 2. So 1 out. We're just beginning the ball game. In case you're just joining us, there was some disturbance as to whether the ball game was going to start at 4:30 or 5, and realized it probably was going to be a split the difference about 5. There is the next pitch, and that is call strike 3. And there is the second strikeout for the big junior Brody Crane. Here is Walker West, the first baseman for the Ridge Runners. He steps in. He'll be hitting right-handed. This is just exactly what we need, Matt, to get going well. There's a ball low and inside for ball 1. Crane gets a new ball and he steps in there. He feels more comfortable going from the stretch, so that's exactly what he's doing. And here comes the next pitch underway, and that's a swung on, and it goes to Hudson Williams at shortstop over to first base.
Got him.
To Arthur for the out. So just like that, 3 up, 3 down for the Cats. No runs, no hits, and no errors. How many pitches do we have that time, Matt?
We had a total of 11.
11 pitches, and that's exactly what we need. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back with your Cats as they come up to bat.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
And welcome back to the Marion Family Complex, the Robbie Schaefer Stadium. It is the bottom half of the first inning. The Cats got 3 up, 3 down on the Grove Ridge Runners, and they're coming up to bat. We'll start off with Versluis, Nichols, and Crane. After that, it'll be Jennings in the 4 spot if anybody gets on. So Cats have been practicing and practicing hard for quite a while out here. They've practiced, Matt. They practiced during the fall of the year when a lot of them just got out there and got a chance to throw the ball around and play. They had a busy summer, and they played pretty competitive ball from all over the country, and to be able to be here for their home opener is just pretty exciting in itself. Finn Versluis, number 24, the center fielder, will start things off for the Cats.
Finn Versluis.
Ridge runners are out there kind of huddling around their pitcher, Canton Tolleson. We don't know a lot about them, but what we have seen is that they have a tendency to throw a lot of pitchers. Tolleson is a junior. Here comes his first pitch, and there's a high outside ball. Versluis pretty disciplined at the plate. If he gets a walk, it's just as good as a hit for him, but he keeps his bat in hand also. Here comes the next pitch from Tolleson, and that one's low and inside. So for that quickly, Versluis is on top of the pitcher, Tolleson, with 2 balls and no strikes. Comes the next pitch underway, and there's a call strike. And after throwing 2 balls like that, you would expect Finn, or most of all ball players, to make the pitcher throw till he throws a strike, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And here we go with the next pitch underway, and that ball is outside for 3. 3-1's the count. We get Mr. Versluis on, get ready, because the freight train is going to start running. He stands in there. He'll protect the plate. Moved in a little bit on the plate, and he fouled that one back. Just not quite go over the backstop, but it comes right back in. That makes the count full at 3-2. Steps back in. Home plate umpire says, let's go ahead and pitch. And here comes a pitch. And there's another one popped right back out, and it's going to go over there in the soccer field. And we'll do it again. Now, one of the other things that Misha has done this year is they've told the pitchers that you've got 20 seconds from the time you get the ball back until you get ready to throw it back. So that speeds the ball game up just a little bit. And there's a hard-hit ball right down the third base line. Goes around the third baseman. Versluis is on first. And it looked like he wanted to try to get around to second. We can't see all the way over there at left field, so we apologize for that, but that is a base hit. Here's Jaden Nichols. Jaden hit a nice line shot that brought in 2 runs the other night that helped get the Cats going over at Pittsburgh. He looks down at Coach Kilgore on third base. He steps in. Olsen looks over. He's got kind of a funny stretch. And there was a solid swing, but it's going to be a foul ball. Versluis is over there dancing around on first base. Matt, one of the things that we've noticed is those guys dance around. They do everything they can to disrupt that pitcher, don't they?
They absolutely do, and it's all part of their scheme. Every bit of it.
Every bit, it sure is. Versluis is looking, kind of daring the pitcher to throw back, and he acts like he wants to go, and he goes, and this is not even going to be close. And Versluis is in with a stolen base. The catcher, Rutherford, made a reasonably nice throw, but with the speed of Finn Versluis, it's got to be a more accurate throw, and it's got to be right on the money. So Cats have got something going. No outs in the first inning, and a runner in scoring position. Versluis is trying to get the turf out of his eyes. I don't guess we call it dirt, do we?
I call it umpire friendly.
Yeah. Jaden Nichols is up at the plate. He has a ball and a strike. And there is a off-speed curveball that dropped in for a strike. So we're seeing early on what Mr. Tolleson can do, mixing up his pitches pretty good, and that does nothing but aid the Wildcat hitters. And Jaden pops that one back out of play, so we'll restart here in just a minute. That is, I've not counted how many swings Jaden's had, but this is just a pretty good at bat. Olsen looks back at second. Versluis is gone, and he is there at third base. And that was a ball So that evens the count at 2-2.
I tell you, Kilgore got these guys, man, they just take really big leads off the base. It's very impressive to come out here and watch, guys.
Yeah, it really is. And this is the way Finn started the other night. He got all the way to third base, and there's another foul straight back. So the count remains 2-2. A runner now on third base for the Cats. Brody Crane, the pitcher, will have a chance to help himself out. Then it'll be Drake Jennings and Lim McInturf. Jaden stands in there, moves around just a little bit, gets set. Here comes the pitch from Tullison, and that is a ball inside. Almost got away from the catcher, Rutherford, and he probably doesn't want to do that too many times with Versluis over on third base. So the count's full, no outs, runner on third base. The batter is the third baseman, Jaden Nichols. And here comes the next pitch. And there's a swung on, and that is a hard hit ball. Looks like it is going to be foul. But he got every bit of that one, no doubt about it. He could have run from now until next Wednesday. He'd have gotten if that would have been a fair ball. Count remains the same, 3-2. Here comes Tolson's pitch, and there's a solid hit, and it gets around right down the first baseline, and there's one run that scored. And Jaden is going to go into second base, standing up with a double, but the Cats score one. So the Cats are up, and nice job of turning on the ball and lining it right by the third baseman for Jaden Nichols, and he is rewarded with a double. Here's Brody Crane. Brody had a double against Pittsburgh the other night. He's still trying to get his timing exactly down, but as we know, he's a big, strong young man, and he can drive the ball, given the opportunity. Dawson looks back, and they throw the ball back to second base, and Nichols is back in plenty of time. Caden Tullison, a junior, is on the mound, and he's already got as many pitches, I believe, as Brody Crane had in his half of the inning. There's a ball low and outside for ball one. The right fielder is playing Crane in and off of the line. There is a high ball, and there's a couple people going in to see if they can catch it. The third baseman comes in and makes the play. So that just like that, there is one out. Runner still at second base. Here is Drake Jennings. Jennings had a hit for the Cats the other night, a timely hit that brought in a couple of runs as well. Looks over at Coach Keith Kilgore. Kilgore's looking down at Nichols at second base. And he's bouncing around. Here comes the pitch. And that's a called strike. There was a little bit of a change curve, it looked like, and it started out a little high and dropped in, maybe a little bit of a sinker to it. But that was called strike one. Lim McInturf, Fisher, and Smith up after this. And there is a solid ball that is hit high. It is going to be a fair ball, it looks like. And it was caught. So it's caught over in left field by Aiden Davis. Here's Lim McInturf. And he did not get a hit the other night, but he walked twice and came around to score 2 times. So in my book, that's just as good, Matt. What about you?
Well, he can definitely move for his size. I can promise you that.
Yes, he can. And Tullison looks back at second base. Here comes the pitch, and that's a high for ball one. A bit on the inside corner that time. The flag is still wrapped around the pole out there in dead center field, so there's no wind at all.
No, but that sun's peeking out. That might cause a problem for that pitcher right now.
Tullison is look back, and here's the next pitch, and that's going to be low and inside for ball two. It'll be McIntyre, Fisher, and Smith. Right fielder still is playing almost into the power alley. If someone could hit the ball down the right field line over the first baseman's head. And there is a ball that got away from the catcher.
We got the steal.
And Nichols will go to third base.
He's going in. We got to score.
And he scored. Yes, sir. Nice job. Great alert head running by Jaden Nichols. He just rounded third and kept right on going and got the score. Everybody there was helping the home plate umpire call him safe, weren't they?
Yeah, well, there was some confusion down there, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so the Cats have scored 2. There are 2 outs. McIntyre has 3 balls and no strikes. And he'll wait on this one, and it's high. So he'll go to first. Here's Jaden Fisher, the second baseman.
Now back to second baseman, Jaden Fisher.
Well, we talked about the fact that our Cats were aggressive on the bases, and we just showed that, didn't we?
Absolutely. It's very impressive.
Pretty nonchalant in coming on home, and Nichols showed us that he does have some speed. Fisher had a hit the other night as well. There's a ball on the inside. McIntyre on first. Cats have scored 2. There are 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning. If you're just joining us, welcome to being with our broadcast. We got started just a little bit late, but hey, there's plenty of time for you to certainly listen to us. But come on out here. There's places for people to sit out here, enjoy the sun, and enjoy your Neosho Wildcats. Count now is 2 balls and no strikes. Tolson early on is having trouble being able to find the strike zone. And just when I say that, what happens? Call strike 1. Tolson looks like he stands about 6 foot. We'll see just exactly how much he pitches. There's another ball. Low, so that makes it count 3-1. Kenton Smith, the catcher, will be up next. Hudson Williams and Alex Rodriguez, then it's the top of the batting order. Ellison looks over. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. So McIntyre will move to second, and Tolson delivers his second walk. Here comes Canton. Good opportunity for him, and unlike some of the others, he has the ability to stand up there and wait for a pitch, and he could drive that ball to right field. If he does that, we'll pick up at least 1, maybe 2 more runs. Hudson Williams and then Alex Rodriguez. And the Cats will have batted around in the first inning. Sure, that sounded a little bit positive, but I think that's very possible for the Cats. There's the first pitch, and that is low and inside for a ball. We've not seen a whole lot of speed out of Tolson at this point. He tries to mix his pitches up. He's got a pretty good little off-speed sinker that has dropped in a time or 2, but that's about all that we've seen. And there's a ball that's high and outside, almost got away from the catcher Rutherford, but everybody stays put. In fact, it's a nice job by Rutherford to jump out there and hang on to that one. Can't adjust his headgear, and we're ready to go. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a call strike. The count now is 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs. Beautiful, beautiful day here at Roy B. Schaefer Stadium. Here comes the next pitch underway, and Canton is, oh my goodness, we almost had a snap down to first base. It was a high pitch. The throw the first baseman had to jump up for it, but Fisher was in plenty of time. 3-1's the count. This would load the bases for Hudson Williams. And here comes the pitch underway, and there's a swung on strike 2. Count now is full at 3-2. There's 2 outs, and the runners will be taken off. McInturf at second and Fisher at first. There we go. And ball 4. So with that loads the bases up. Canton's on first. Fisher's on second. And McInturf is on third. And coach is going to take some time out. He's going to talk for just a minute or two. Looks like, Matt, we're going to have a courtesy runner for Canton. It looks like it is number 10, and that is Blaine Patterson. So Canton can get back in and get his gear on. Cats have had a great opportunity. We've scored a couple based on that aggressive base running that we've talked about, but it would be a real shame with the bases loaded right now to not bring around a couple of more runs. And the guy that's up is one of those guys you'd want to have the bat in his hand, Matt, and that is Hudson Williams. Hudson is able to put the ball almost any place. He's a little bit of a slap hitter, but he's got some power too. We saw that last year. Played third base for the Cats last year. He's moved over to shortstop this year. And coach is through, and he's back in the dugout, and here comes Tellison's pitch. And it's a call strike. Good decision anyway, as many balls as he's thrown to not be a first pitch swinger. It's almost like he wants to bunt the ball. I can't imagine that, but there's another one that is high and inside, and that's a ball. Counts even now at 1-1. Well, I tell you what, I shudder to think what would happen if the first baseman hadn't been tall enough to jump up and get that ball. And there's a solid hit right up the middle, and that's going to bring in one. Here comes another run. Fisher's going to come in, and the Cats are going to have runners at first and second, and he's safe. Everybody's safe.
Called him out.
Oh, he did. The umpire called him out, but we did pick up 2 more runs. And we give Hudson Williams a double on that. So, the end of the first inning, and we'll start off with Rodriguez coming up in the second inning. Into the first inning, the Cats have scored 4 runs, and it is 4-0 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. We will take time out. We will be back with the second inning. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring.
Insurance Benefits Consultants now has 2 locations to serve you. They're located at 1009 South Neosho Boulevard in Neosho and at 701 Northwest McNelly Road in Bentonville, Arkansas. They are proud supporters of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They provide Medicare and Medicaid supplemental policies, as well as life, health, and group health insurance plans from companies like Allstate and Colonial. For more information, call 417-451-4244 or in Arkansas, 479-431-5226.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome back to Roby Schaefer Stadium. Beginning of the second inning, the Cats are up by a score of 4-0. Here's left fielder Aiden Davis, and here's Brody Crane, the first one, and he swings right through it for strike 1. Crane had 11 pitches in his half of the inning, got 2 strikeouts, and then threw a ground ball, compared to Tellison, who had 38 pitches. If you're keeping up with your pitch count, there's foul ball, strike 2 on Davis. Petty, Watson, and Wyatt up for the Ridge Runners. Here comes the next pitch, and it gets away from Canton Smith, but it was a hard fit fastball.
Popped a little before it got there.
Yes, it did. It did. Brody Crane looks down. He's more comfortable going from the stretch, And here comes the next pitch. Swung through it. And strike 3. There is one out. Here's the third baseman, Avery Patty. Cats are playing just about straight out. Williams is a little closer to second base, and he steps in now. There's the first pitch, and it's called strike 1. Over at first base, Arthur is about 7 steps off the bag, but he's back a little bit, and there is a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. As hard as Crane throws the ball, those guys over on the right-hand side of the field are going to have to make sure they know exactly what they're doing. There's another one that was up and got away from Canton Smith for ball 2. In right field is Alex Rodriguez. Finn Versluis is in center field, and Drake Jennings is over in right field. Around the corner it is, and here comes the next pitch, and he swung right through it for strike 2. Around the corner it is Nichols, Williams, Fisher, and Brody. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's the next pitch, and that was fouled off. And just like we said, he couldn't catch up with it and went right down to right field, but it was a little bit too far foul, so we'll do it again. Petty steps back in. Crane looks down. Here comes the pitch. Low and inside for a ball, and that'll run the count full. 1 out. It is the top half of the second inning. If you're just joining us, we appreciate you very, very much. We appreciate all of our sponsors, but sure would like to see a big crowd out here to support these Wildcats. And there's a ball that is hit right to Arthur at first base for the out, and he takes it himself for out 2. So there's 2 outs. Here is Micah Watson, the designated hitter. Canton doing a little bat caddying over there and getting Grove's bat out of the way for him. Crane steps back onto the mound. He toes the rubber. There's the first pitch. High and inside for a ball. That son is just kind of continuing to play tricks with us. Here it comes back out here again. Crane looks down. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's a little bit low and inside. Ball 2. One of the Grove players scampers over and picks that ball up and gives it to the umpire. Cats have got a real opportunity. They get an out here, and there's a foul ball, strike 1, and they come back in. If they rattle the bats, they could be, again, pick up another 4 runs, and it would be 8-0 just that fast, Matt.
Yep.
JV ball game right after this one, so there's still plenty of time to get out here and enjoy baseball. There's another foul ball. That's going to even the count at 2-2. Big crowd out here tonight, and rightfully so. The anticipation of these kids, and they will not be disappointed. There's the next one. That's called
Caught him
3.
looking.
Got him. So, Cats once again, 3 up and 3 down. Grove has yet to go through the batting order, and at the end of 1.5, the score is Neosho 4 and Grove Ridge Runners 0. We're going to take time out for this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays, and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. We are getting ready to start the Cats' bottom half of the second inning. Cats are up 4-0, and the last batter for the Cats in the batting lineup is Alex Rodriguez. Then we start back with Finn Versluis, who had a single his first time up and came around to score as Jaden Nichols hit a double. Jaden took third base and came around to score on a pass ball. Well, he took third base on the pass ball and just kept right on coming. The pitcher is Kenton Tolson, and there's a hard hit ball, and it is going to go. It's in. And Rodriguez is coming around to second, and he'll stand up right there. So A-Rod gets a two-bagger, so the Cats are in business already. And here is Versluis. Now we're going to hit that ball well, and looked like that maybe at another time could have gone out of the park. I don't know whether it hit back against the fence or not, but it was a well-hit ball. Here's Finn Versluis. He singled and came around to score. Caden Tollison on the mound for Grove. And Versluis bunts it. A perfect bunt's going to get the runner around to third base, but more than that, Versluis runs it out, and he has an infield hit. A perfect bunt that pulled the pitcher all the way off almost to the third baseline, and by the time he fielded it, Versluis was already to first base.
I have a feeling he's going to make it to second.
I think he probably will too. Here's Nichols. We'll see exactly what Coach Kilgore has in mind now. It could very well have the old double steal on. Versluis is bouncing around over there at first base, and he's gone. And that ball was catcher threw that ball and held up on it, and it ended up going over towards third base, trying to catch A-Rod off the base, and it didn't work. But Versluis has a runner on second and one on third. Coach Keith Kilgore wants to see what's going on out there, exactly what happened with that play. I believe he just, more than anything else, wants to let the home plate umpire know that he's here.
Yeah, it seems to be.
He's watching, so.
I can't say I understand why they're making him go back.
Yeah, they did just that. They made him go back, and I think probably
I'd say the
call is going to be batter interference.
Yeah.
You're right. I think that's probably right. And Keith is still out there trying to argue his point, but he'll make his point, and he knows about how long he can do that. And
he's
gonna
coaching.
Turn around and come back the other
He's
way.
coaching.
That's exactly what he's doing, and I think that we'll see Versluis this time do it again. Here's Brody Crane, and there is one out. We're going to call Nichols out on that interference. So there is one out. Brody Crane, and then the four-bagger is Jennings. Versluis looking it over, and there's a ball inside. Well, that was an unfortunate piece of events for the Cats that time, to lose a hitter like Nichols to something like that. But the Cats have only got one out, and there's still runners on first and second. There he goes, and there was swung on, foul ball, strike one. So that evens the count at 1-1. Versluis will have to go back to first base. He's getting used to being over there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's something that doesn't always happen. So he's there. If Brody Crane could get a hold of one right here, it certainly would go a long ways towards helping his cause. There's one out, one ball, one strike. We're in the bottom half of the second. And Versluis is on his way to second base.
Here we go.
And here comes the play to the plate, and they got him. Yeah. Well, the Cats are still trying to see what they could do, but Grove, to their benefit, got the ball down and got it right back home. So a 4-2 put out. So there's the second out of the inning. Crane, Jennings, and McInturf up for the Cats in the bottom half of the second inning. And there is a ball that's foul, leaving the count at 2-2. Well, I like the fact that the Cats just kept right on going regardless, even though there was that little faux pas that caused a little bit of a problem. We got Versluis down to second base. Here comes the next pitch, and there is a fair ball, and that is going to bring home. No, it's not. It's going to stop him right there. So, Brody Crane gets a single, and Versluis is down to third base. Now they're going to know that now they're calling it a foul ball.
Yeah, they just called it a foul. So.
I guess we'll start back
it looks fair to me, but that's me from here.
Third base is a little crowded with that dugout over there, and I'm watching the coach, and the coach looked like he was signaling it was a fair ball.
Yeah.
So the count remains 2-2, and here comes the third pitch, and there's a ball that got away from the catcher, and Crane
kind of checked that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I guess that was a foul ball.
Yeah.
So, strange inning for the Cats. Unfortunately, we come up. We still yet to put a run on. The score right now is 4-0 in favor of the Wildcats. They scored 4 in the first inning. And Brody Crane is the hitter. He's also got the mound responsibilities. A big hit here would go a long way towards helping his cause. And that is popped way up high. There's 3 players over there going to look, see if they can catch it. And the first baseman makes the catch. So the Cats go down.
Trading spots.
Yeah. He had some opportunities, just didn't work out, but after 2 innings, the Cats are up over the Grove Ridge Runners by a score of 4-0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ,
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999. And welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. John Ball, Matt Ball with you. It is the top half of the 3rd inning, and the Grove Ridge Runners have yet to bat around. They've still got 3 more to go, as the Cats have had 3 up, 3 down twice, based on a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts by Brody Crane, the guy out on the mound. And here comes his first pitch, and swung on for strike 1. Well, that last inning was a chart of events that probably not too many people will ever see. We ended up, and there's swung on for strike 2. We had a runner that was headed to third base. We had a batter that home plate umpire called interference, so he was out, and the runners had to go back. And then we had a bang-bang play where we had an opportunity to score, and that got us 2 outs, and then the last out, so the Cats didn't score anyway. And there is, that was appealed to the base umpire, and he said no, that was a ball. And Canton Smith said, I'm really sure he broke the line, but it didn't happen that way. So we got a ball and 2 strikes, and there's a ball that's hit to Jaden Nichols over to first base for the out. So first out of the inning is a 5-3, and here comes Rent Gann. Rent Gann had a couple of timely hits against Iola the other night in their 4-3 victory, so we know that he has the ability to hit the ball. He stands in, he's a right-handed batter, and there's a first hit, and it's over to Jaden Fisher. Jaden up and over to Arthur for the out, so there's 2 outs just like that.
Brings up the catcher, Cade
And
Rutherford.
here is Cade Rutherford. Cade Rutherford is, I believe he is a sophomore as well in this young ball club. Well, look here in just a minute. No, he is a senior. He's back behind home plate, and he's got his work cut out for him. There is call strike 1. Looks like that Ridge Runners have got someone in the bullpen warming up down there. Here comes the next pitch from Crane, low and inside for a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. There's 2 outs, and we're in the top half of the 3rd inning. Here comes the next, and there's a call strike. That brings the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Crane gets comfortable, and he gets in a rhythm, and he just rocks and fires, and there's nothing, there's a foul ball knocked off over towards the Grove dugout. Wind's coming up just a little bit now, and it is blowing, turned around a little bit. It's blowing from right field over towards left field. Here comes the pitch from Crane. That's high and outside for a ball. That evens the count at 2-2. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Some kids over here on the sideline playing baseball back and forth. What a great day for baseball in Neosho, Missouri. And there's call strike 3. Got him. Yes, sir.
9 up and 9 down.
So that is 9 up and 9 down. There was 2 ground outs, and then there was the strikeout. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Brody Crane. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Insurance benefits consultants. Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
3-1.
Here we are back at the ball field of Roy B. Schaefer here in Neosho. I just wanted to say that today was the opening day for the Major League Baseball. If anybody is interested, it's just a good time to be here and see all the kids playing, and you just got that good spring feeling. So now, right now, I just want to thank some of our sponsors here. We got Pro Lube Tire and Auto Center, Southwest Missouri Bank, Farm Bureau, Josh Dotson, Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Calvary Baptist Neosho, Neosho Daily News, Crowder College.
All right, thank you, Matt. And the batter is number 13, the left fielder, Drake Jennings. He flied out to the left field his first time up. The first pitch to him was a ball. There's another one that is low, and it's going to be ball 2. He steps in. He had a couple of hits the other night. Here comes the pitch, and he fouls that one up back. It's going to go all the way back here to the soccer field, hoping none of those little kids are over there paying attention. So
I don't think you're going to go chase it.
No, it doesn't look like it.
We used to get free snow cones for that.
Yeah, that's what Jim Jackson used to say. We'd get a free snow cone. And there is a solid hit to the shortstop. He backhands it, and he gets it over to first base for the out. So Jennings is out 6-3. And here's the designated hitter, Lynn McInturf. He walked. Now, Matt, in 2 ball games, he has walked and come around and scored 3 times now.
Yeah.
We would certainly like that to happen again, but we know that he is a stout young man, and he can hit the ball as well.
I want to see him get a hold of one, that's for sure.
Very disciplined. There's the first pitch, and it's low for ball 1. Caden Tolson on the mound, and he throws that off-speed sinker that did not sink, and that is going to be ball 2 for McInturf. How many pitches has Tolson thrown so far? He threw 38 in the first, 11 in the second, and whatever he threw. There's a hard-hit ball that is going to go to dead center field. Center fielder is coming in, and he's making the play, so that's his second out. Here's Jaden Fisher. Well, he's done that on 3 pitches, and he had 38, 40, 49. That's 52. He's halfway home, according to Misha standards. So, and it's the 3rd inning. That would look like that one had a little bit of steam on it, but it was low and outside for a ball. After Fisher will be the catcher, Canton Smith. And there is a
strike.
Jaden got fooled on that one. He stepped back just a little bit, and that ball curved in. So that evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the next one from Tolson. And that's going to be low and away for a ball. 2 outs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Cats up by a score of 4-0. There is 2 balls and a strike on second baseman Jaden Fisher. Swung on, fouled that one back. That evens the count at 2-2. This ball game is starting to move right along, and what a great day for baseball. And there is a solid hit to the second baseman. But it was a well-hit, well-placed ball, but it went right to the second baseman. So we finished up with F4. 3 up and 3 down for the first time for the Cats. But the Cats still hang on to a 4-0 lead, 4 runs scored in the first inning. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Hey, all Wildcats, all the time. Check out the Neosho Wildcats dedicated video portal at kneo.org. It is a site dedicated completely to your Neosho Wildcats. Watch the games live, see upcoming games, schedules on the Neosho Wildcats portal at www.kneo.org.
We're getting ready to start the top half of the 4th inning. Brody Crane on the mound for the Cats, and he has got, I'm Trying to figure out, he's got, 27, 28 pitches?
He's got 38 total.
38 because we have had 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, and 3 down. So at this point, there's not been a walk and there's not been a hit. Defense has done a nice job of helping him out. Last inning, there were 2 ground balls, and then he came in with the 3rd strikeout. So we're getting ready to move forward. Some more of our sponsors we'd like to thank: Edgewood Bowl, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Josh Dodson, he's your Farm Bureau agent, the Big Nickel, Insurance Benefit Consultants in Neosho, and Numac Electric. And the batter is the top of the batting order, Dustin Keller. All the way back in the 1st inning, he was the first strikeout victim of Brody Crane. Here comes the first pitch, and that's swung on and over to. What a great job by Hudson Williams that time of catching that ball on the bounce and getting over and getting the out to continue to preserve what we've got going. So 6-3, and there is 1 out. Here is Dalton, Brady Dalton. He struck out his first time up. There's the first pitch from Crane, and it is a fastball, and it was low and outside. You just can't imagine what that was this last time. And there is a strike by shortstop Hudson Williams. He came across and got that ball, hopped over second base and threw it down to first base, still in plenty of time. There is a high ball that is going to the outfield. Hudson Williams calls it and makes the out. So he's kind of a one-man wrecking crew right now, but there are 2 outs, 1 more, and it will be 3 up and 3 down for the 4th time. Here's Wofford West, the first baseman. He grounded out 6-3 his first time up. Crane did a lot of catching for the Cats last year, but he came in when he needed to, and there's call strike. He and Canton Smith complement each other really well. There's kind of an off-speed pitch that maybe it was a little bit of a breaking pitch, and it just didn't drop. So that evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the next pitch underway, and that's swung on for strike 2. Yeah, that flag is out there blowing pretty good. There's a pretty good wind coming out, blowing from right field straight across to left field. Here comes the next pitch, and that hits the ground, but it bounces back for a ball. And the count's even at 2-2. Crane kind of looking at talking to Hudson Williams for just a minute or two, and doing what they need. Hudson doing what he needs to do to keep his pitcher loose and keep his mind on the ball game. There's the next pitch, and that was a off-speed pitch. It's going to foul off back here into the soccer field. So the count will remain the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and there are 2 outs, top half of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's another foul ball. This is just a pretty good at-bat for Walker West. He's had a couple of foul balls, and the count is still 2-2. It's not even full yet. Williams right back on the grass there at shortstop, and there's a ball inside. Looked like West wanted it, but at the last minute he didn't bite, so we've got a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's the next pitch, and that's strike 3.
Caught him looking.
Got him, yes, sir. So,
Concession stand is open. Hot popcorn and cold pop.
there's another thing about baseball that's exciting. Popcorn and cold pop, and we're excited about you can't be out here and get it if you're not here. And there's still plenty of room out here in the stands to watch your Neosho Wildcats, so come on out. It is the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cats are up by a score of 4-0. We will be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
You found it, the ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 PSI of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Hitting off for the Cats from the bottom half of the fourth inning, the catcher, Canton Smith. Coaches for Neosho are on third base, Keith Kilgore and Marcus Crawford over on first base. Between the two of them, they kind of keep things going for the Cats. Cats need some base runners. We need to get going. We were 3 up, 3 down in the last inning. We don't need to keep that from now until the end. And there is a solid hit. Oh, boy, jumped up. Third baseman makes a great, great catch on a line shot from Canton Smith for the first out. So there's one down. Here's Hudson Williams. Hudson had a double his first time up. And Alex Rodriguez came up in the next inning, and he had a double. If we could just put those together right now, then we'd be in business. Here comes the first pitch from Tolson. And it's that curved ball that just did not drop. Ball one. Hudson, as you know, has a record for the Cats. He led off last year, and he was on base. There's call strike one. He was on base 7 games in a row, which is just a pretty good feat in itself. Yeah. That's where you like your leadoff hitter to be. He's in the bottom of the batting order now, and there's another one of those high change-ups, and he didn't bite on it. That's a ball, 2 balls and a strike. I can't call it a change-up. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is. But there's a solid ball that goes down to Hudson, or first base, and first baseman bobbles it, but then he picks it up and makes it over. So we've got a 3 unassisted, and there's the second out. Here's the right fielder, Alex Rodriguez. Then it's the top of the batting order. The Cats have gone a while without a run. We need to get some runs going. We need to show this hometown crowd what we're made of. This is their first opportunity to see us this year. A-Rod steps in. He holds his bat up high. Here comes the first pitch, and there's a ball low and outside. So Caden Tilson is the pitcher, and looks like that there's nobody warming up over in the Grove bullpen. Maybe we're just going to stay with him. There's an off-speed pitch that drops in there for a strike. Tilson, and there's a ball that's hit right up the middle. Shortstop cannot come up with it, and A-Rod's on first. So Rodriguez is 2 for 2, and we're going to call that an infield hit, Matt. I'm not sure what score's going to call it, but we're going to call that an infield hit.
Yeah.
So he's 2 for 2, and here is Finn Versluis. Versluis has had actually 2 singles. He bunted himself on in the last inning, in the second inning when he was up the last time. He steps in, then it'll be Jaden Nichols and Brody Crane. 2 outs, bottom half of the fourth inning, and A-Rod is going to run and make it to second base. So we start up our base arsenal again. Cats have the ability to do that, so you know what a great, there's a big hole, Matt, between first and second base. Second baseman is hanging pretty close to the bag. A ground ball would probably score.
Yeah,
I'd say Rodriguez from second base, going up through that big hole there. Maybe Finn can see that, and all he's got to do is slap the ball a little bit. There's a ball, 2. The wind is picking up a little bit more. You can see their jerseys now. There's 2 balls and a strike. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. I think they may have a chance, but A-Rod's back in plenty of time. And that's exactly what we've seen the Cats do, get the pitcher's mind off the batter. Finn Versluis up for the Cats, the center fielder, and there's a high pitch for ball 3. He takes a couple of swings, steps back in the batter's box, and we're ready to go. Wilson looks back at second base, and there's the pitch. And Versluis is doing exactly what we thought. He was eyeing that middle of the infield and just fouled it off a little bit and got up high. And that'll make the count full at 3-2. Versluis steps back in. Now there's somebody in the bullpen over there for Grove. And here's Tilson's next pitch. And that's another one that's going to be all the way right back up here. I don't know whether that's going to get into the... No, it did not, but it's one for one of the little kids to pick up and get
He's
back
definitely
in.
shooting for that gap, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And I'll tell you what, a good solid line shot right up that right center field alley, and he could run forever. Takes back off, and Tilson spins around and tries to get Rodriguez off at second base, but nothing doing. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's a high ball that is maybe the third baseman is going to know that the left fielder is going to take it, it looks like, for the out. So the Cats are down again, no runs. There was 1 hit, and there was 1 runner left on after 4 innings. It's Neosho Wildcats 4 and the Grove Ridge Runners 0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. It's top half of the 5th inning, and the Neosho Wildcats up by a score of 4-0. This reminder, if you want to watch some baseball on Saturday, the Cats have got a double hitter right here at Roy B. Shaver Stadium, and then we turn around. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday on April 1st. April Fool's Day, Matt.
Yep.
Waynesville Tigers come to town. Then we will turn around and play Miami and there is a hit. That's the first hit of the ball game. Rodriguez hurries up and gets over there and gets it. But that's the first hit of the ball game, and they've got a runner on first base. But then on Friday night, Miami will come to town on April the 4th. April the 7th, the Cats play Gravette, and April the 8th is our first COC ball game. So we ask you to be with us during those times, but we really want you to come out here and watch these people yourself. They are a great, great ball club, and they're a special group. There's a pitch from the inside for a ball. First base runner in 4.5 innings. This is the top of the 5th inning that Grove has had against the Cats. And there's another ball that goes right back to second base, over to first base, and the double play. So the Cats very quickly get right out of that. And, so that was a 1-6-3 double play.
Brings up the DH, Micah Watson.
And here is Michael Watson, the designated hitter. He struck out his first time up. He steps out of the box, steps back in. Ball went right back to Crane. He automatically knew right where to go, and Hudson Williams took the ball and got the throw over to first in plenty of time. There's the first pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball over to Jaden Fisher, and
Beautiful
he gets it.
play.
He comes over to first base to retire the side. So there was a hit, but then it was 3 up, 3 down after that, and that was 4-3. Nice job by Jaden, because that ball was hit high in the air, and he had to wait for it to come down. But the Cats are still, their lead is intact after 4.5. It is 4-0 in favor of the Neosho Wildcats. We're going to take time out for this, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcat.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Welcome back. We are in the top half of the 6th inning, and it looks like we maybe do have a pitching change. We're going to see who the pitcher is, if we can.
Let's see.
That's
number 17.
Number 17. No, we did not have a pitching change. It'll be the same, so we will continue, and Tilson will. No, that's not true. This is a left-hander.
Yeah,
Let's see
this
if
is
we
a
can
new guy
find out
here.
who it is. Number 17 is a sophomore, and it is Brody Bauer. And the first person he faces will be Jaden Nichols. In the bottom half of the 5th inning, the Cats are up by a score of 4-0. Maybe we've watched some southpaws so far, and we'll see just exactly what that does for us. Jaden had a double and came around to score in the first inning. Then he was out by batter interference in the second inning. There's one that was popped high up in the air. First baseman over calling for it and makes the out. So Nichols is out, F3, and there's the first out in the 5th inning. Here is Brody Crane, the pitcher. He looks over at Keith Kilgore down at third base. Marcus Crawford over on first base is relaying the signals. For him, it'll be Drake Jennings and Lim McInturf. Here comes the first pitch from the sophomore Bowers. It's a high kick, and Crane's way in front of it and turns on it, and it goes right back into his own dugout. Not sure where Grove goes from here, but as we said, we've got a double header on Saturday, and then we will see Waynesville. And there was one that Brody just could not wait on, and he swung through it for a strike. So there's no balls and 2 strikes on Brody Crane. And here comes the next pitch from Bowers. And it was a fastball high and outside for ball 1. Crane so far has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts so far in the ball game. And there's one that has popped right back up here. It's going to be in the stands, I'm afraid.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Over the top of the stands. And the count will remain the same, and we'll go at it again. Ball and 2 strikes, and there's 1 out. Cats don't have anybody on base. There's a high kick. And Crane gets a hold of that one, but he pops it way up in the air. Third baseman is looking at it, and he makes the play. So there's 2 outs for the Cats, and here is Drake Jennings, the left fielder for the Cats. Now Drake has put the ball in, he flied out to center field, and then he grounded out 6-3. So there's not a whole lot of strikeouts as far as the Cats are concerned. They're putting the ball in play. It just, since the first inning, that ball has eyes and goes right to the base runner. There's a good solid hit, and that is going to be called a foul ball. Yep, I thought so too. But that was exactly what we had to have. Jennings was just a little bit off, apparently. So it's strike 1. 2 outs, bottom half of the 5th inning. Here comes the next pitch, and it's fouled off for a strike 2. The thing about a southpaw, when he comes in like this, you see that ball coming from a little bit different direction, and Mr. Bowers seems to be pretty adept at being able to mix up his pitches. We haven't seen anything what you'd call a smoking fastball, but he has a lot of breaking stuff.
Yeah, he's got some slip slop all over that stuff, really.
Yeah, it really does. And there is a ball. Jennings watched it for a minute or two. After Jennings will be Lim McInturf, who has walked and scored. He flied out of the tower and fly ball to center field his last time up. And there is a ball on the inside. That'll even the count at 2-2. There's still a big, big hole between second base and first base. It just, if our guys happen to see that and can turn on one of those slow pitches like that, that could be a big difference for us. But there's a solid hit that is going to be foul, and it's out of play.
I'll tell you, out there in right field, there's a lot of ground that man will have to cover.
Yeah, there is.
If they hit one down the line.
Yeah, there is a lot of room out in right field. And there was a shot out there to it, but it goes right to the right fielder.
Right fielder.
They tried it. So it was 3 up and 3 down again for the Cats. And we go to the top half of the 6th inning. The score is 4-0 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
My name's Pastor James for the Neosho Church of the Nazarene. Just have a privilege here to share with you a word of encouragement today. You know, in the world in which we live, people are always making plans. We're trying to navigate through life, and sometimes life can be kind of complicated and rather layered as we're trying to figure out direction and trajectory and all of these things. But the Bible tells us to commit all of our plans to the Lord, to trust in the Lord with all our heart, to lean not on our own understanding, to acknowledge Him in all our ways, and He will make our path straight. I'm a firm believer that the Lord has incredible plans for our lives, and so many times we deviate from those because we get to chasing after all of these other things. that are out there in the world. The Bible tells us that before we were even born, that the Lord had things that He wanted our lives to accomplish. And so I would just encourage all of you today, and I don't think it's by accident that you've stumbled across this video, and I would just encourage you to seek the Lord, to lean in and to find out what He has for your life, because I promise you that will be the best life that you could live. May the Lord bless you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Gavin Weil, the right fielder, is up for the Grove Ridge Runners. The first pitch was high and inside for a ball from Brody Crane. First hit of the ball game for Grove came in the last inning, but the Cats, with their defense, snuffed it out, and they got a double play ball, and they finished it out. There's a called strike. So the count's even now at 1-1. Crane's working a little bit faster now. I think he wants to get this ball game over with. That one's high and inside for a ball. The count's now 2 balls and a strike. How many pitches has he had?
That's 3. Oh, altogether?
Yeah.
That's 57.
57, and the wind continues to blow. There's one they got past Canton Smith because it was so low, and that's one of the problems with a fastball pitcher like that. Once that ball hits the ground, there's no telling what's liable to happen with it. 3-1 is the count on Gavin Wyatt. He grounded out 6-3 his first time up. And there is a walk. The first walk of the ball game issued by Brody Crane.
Brett Gwynn.
Here's Brett Gwynn, the center fielder. He is grounded out 4-3. He was up his only time. Nichols going to run over and have a word with
checking on
Crane
him
for just a minute, just checking on him. And Nichols is going to stay right there on the grass because it looks like they may be trying for a... Well, it was trying for a bunt, and the runner was on, and he took off, and the throw was just a little bit off, so... Ridge Runners have got something doing now. There's no outs in the top half of the 6th inning and a runner on second base. Nichols still kind of watching real close. And there's a swung on for strike 1. Strike 2, excuse me. They call that first one a strike, so... No balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Here comes the next pitch from Brody Crane, and there it is. And batter cannot believe it, but certainly the home plate umpire rung him up for the first out. Here is Gade Rutherford, the catcher. He struck out his first time up all the way back in the 3rd inning. Runner on second base is Gavin Wyatt. There's the first pitch. And Canton thought that was a strike. The home plate umpire wasn't having any of it. So there's going to call a little inside for a ball. Crane looks down. He steps off the rubber. He gets back on. Home plate umpire says, "No, wait a minute. We're not going to play that cat and mouse game. Let's get on with it." And I understand. JV ball game after this. So there's still plenty of time to come on out and watch the JV version of the Cats. There's a call strike 1. That evens the count at 1-1. Cats have done a good job at keeping Grove at bay. Defense has been flawless up to this point. And there's a little bit of an off-speed pitch that got it, Rutherford. So that's a ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. And there was a little bit inside and low. That'll even the count at 2-2. Cats get out of this inning. They've still got an opportunity to jump back in the bottom half of the 6th inning and put some runs up. That was a foul. Swung on foul ball. That'll even the count at 2-2, and we'll do it again. Okay, and here it comes. And swung on strike 3. So
whiffed him out.
Mr. Crane decided to take things into his own hands, and there's the second strikeout of this inning. Here's the top of the batting order. number 3, the shortstop, Dustin Keller. Cats will have Smith, Williams, and Rodriguez in their half of the 6th. First pitch was a ball, a little bit outside. Crane looking over, looking down at Smith, looks down at second base. Here comes the pitch, and there is a ground ball that goes to Hudson Williams. He scarfs it up, gets over to first base, and the tie is retired. So Hudson Williams to Brody Arthur, and just like that, it's over with. 3 up, or not 3 up, 3 down. We left one runner stranded on second base. The score after 5.5 is 4-0 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Welcome back to Roy Shaver Stadium. The Wildcats in their bottom of the inning are up by a score of 4-0, and it will be McInturf, Fisher, and Smith. Sophomore Bowers on in relief of Caden Tilson, who pitched and got himself in trouble a few times with a few walks, and the Cats were able to capitalize on it. But once they settled down, Matt, really, he pitched a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, he did. They were definitely messing with him out there on the bases, that's for sure. But
yeah, and that's true. But we're ready to get the 6th inning underway. Lim McInturf is up. He walked and scored, and then he had a towering fly ball to center field. Now, I'll tell you, the way that ball is going right now, and the way the wind is blowing, that could certainly mess with some folks. And it looks like that Grove has got a pretty good shift on, at least into the outfield. I mean, the right fielder is almost at second base. Center fielder is all the way over, almost lined up with the shortstop, and then it is the left fielder out there. And there is ball 2. 2 balls and no strike to Lim McInturf. Jaden Fisher has walked and scored. And the thing about Mr. Bowers, you've got to watch your timing on him, and that's exactly what McInturf does, but he takes the call strike 1. As we said, we haven't seen him throw any what you call smoking hot fastball, but he certainly mixed up some pitches pretty good. And there's call strike 2. McInturf just kind of watched it. I think he couldn't believe that it curved in at the last minute. So the count's even 2-2.
I think Bowers is one of those guys you want to call complexed.
I think you're right. Here comes his next pitch. McInturf takes it high and outside. That'll run the count full. Wind continuing to blow pretty good. Here comes Bowers' kick, and there's a pitch, and that's ball 4. So McInturf draws a ball, walk.
Now batting, second baseman, Jaden Fisher.
Here's Jaden Fisher. As we said, he's walked, and he came around to score in the first inning. And looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. Looks like that is number 29, and number 29 is freshman Dane Arthur. So McInturf has done his job, and he will go sit down, and we'll get some speed, a little bit more speed on the bases. We saw Arthur play a lot of different things. We saw him play basketball, and he came in and actually had some varsity time, and then he did some kicking for the varsity football team a little bit as well. So he's just a pretty good athlete. He takes a pretty big lead, especially with that lefty looking right at him. And there's the first pitch in there to Jaden Fisher. He takes it for strike one. Cats could use a couple of insurance runs right here. There's no doubt about it. Get this thing over with and gone home. Looks like there's...
Oh!
Fisher squared around a bunt and bunted that one, popped it up and went back against the dugout. So no balls and 2 strikes on the second baseman, Jaden Fisher. Bauer looks down, looks over at first base. Here comes a throw over to first base. Arthur back in plenty of time. That was another one of those kind of, hey, I just want you to know that I'm here.
Absolutely.
So don't get too carried away. That was not a hard throw back to first base by any means. And there's a ball that was tried to hit hard to right field, and the first baseman could not get a hold of it. But that was a good idea. Trying to hit the ball over that way. So the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes to Jaden Fisher.
Yeah, Jaden hits this just right out there to the right field. Right fielders have to cover a lot of real estate.
Yes, he sure would. He'd have to cover a bunch of it. No outs, runner on first base. No balls and 2 strikes on the second baseman for the Cats. There's a throw over to first base again. Just kind of a courtesy throw over there. And freshman Zane Arthur back. Dayton takes another little step or 2 out. He's going to play with it just a little bit. And there's a ball outside. So at this point, I'd say he accomplished what he needed to accomplish, got the pitcher's mind on him instead of the batter, and Bowers threw a ball outside to Fisher. Here comes the next pitch. And there is a solid hit, and that is exactly what we've been looking for. Line drive, and Fisher is on. So we've got runners on first and second. And Fisher has a base hit. Hit that ball just right over the second baseman's head. The right fielder was there, but the damage was already done. Here's Canton Smith. Canton had a single, and then he flied out to third base. And that super shift is back on again. So, and I promise you that Canton sees that probably better than anybody. Here comes the first Bauer to look back at second base, and he's...
here we go.
Everybody's safe again. We're trying to get the runner mill started. Arthur was off, and Fisher was off at first base. Canton pops this one up, and I believe it's going to be out of play. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, there it went.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, foul ball, strike one. So, no damage done, and Canton still up. Runners on first and second. Cats have got no outs. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Trying to improve on a 4-0 lead. Bowers in relief of Tilson. And that was a ball high and outside. After Kent will be Hudson Williams and then Alex Rodriguez, who's had a couple of hits already tonight. Here comes a pitch. And Ken was doing just exactly that. He was trying to hit the ball down first baseline, and it bit on it a little too much. First baseman went over and got it in foul territory, so that is F3, and there's the first out.
Well, Coach is going to come out and talk to Bauer, calling them all in.
Hudson has had a double his first time up in the ball game, and he grounded out 6-3. It didn't look like they've got anybody in the bullpen warming up, so maybe the coach is just going to talk for a minute and see if they can figure out exactly what the Cats are going to do. Home plate umpire says, well, you guys have had about enough time. You can talk about this later on, so let's break it up and let's go. Temperatures dropped just a little bit, but not very much. We had a chance for some rain earlier in the day, but that didn't come on us either. But the wind has been blowing. If you look at the flag, which is right over there in front of George Washington Carver, but is almost dead center field, it is blowing straight out and blowing from right field to left field. As Hudson Williams takes a call, strike one. We certainly appreciate having you all with us tonight. Cats are coming home. If they win this ball game, then they'll be among the better starts they've had in a long, long time. Here comes the next. Hudson hits a ground ball, and it goes over to the shortstop, but he doesn't have a play. Everybody's safe.
Bases loaded.
It was a high bouncer that everybody was moving on, and the shortstop just absolutely did not have a play, and with the chance of a runner coming around third base and scoring, he just decided to hang on to it. Here's Alex Rodriguez. He's the right fielder. As we said, he's had a double and a single. And a single would score at least a couple. Here comes the first pitch, and he swung on, and he pulled it back into the Wildcats' dugout for foul ball, strike one. Cats have had a lot of opportunities. This is a good time to make good on it. Bases loaded and one out. Just put the ball in play. And he does just that. He hits that ball. Everybody's trying to hit the ball towards right field, but that one bounces right back up here to us for a foul ball, strike two. Rodriguez steps back in. He looks things over, and here comes Bauer. There's that high kick, and Rodriguez fouls that one off, out of bounds and the count will remain the same. No balls and two strikes. The plate umpire is going to have to retool and pick up a few more balls. We've been knocking foul balls out of here right and left tonight. Rodriguez steps back in. He swings once or twice, and he steps in. If he can get his timing down, he's going to send it. And here comes the pitch from Bowers. And there it goes, and it goes right to the right fielder. But we're going to tag up and score. He's safe. Everybody's safe. So one more run in for the Cats. And a well-hit ball by Rodriguez right to the right fielder for the second out.
Now batting, Finn Versluis.
Here's the top of the batting order, Finn Versluis. We've got runners still on second and third. Aiden Fisher is over on second base. And Hudson Williams is at first. Nice heads-up play by the Cats that time in order to get the runner in, even on that fly ball that was hit to short right field. And there was a flip by Bowers, turned around and flipped it almost, got out of his hands, and that would have been a runner to third for sure, and possibly a run scored for the Cats. The Cats have picked up one, though. Now it's 5-0. And we'll come to the top of the fifth inning here, or seventh inning here in just a few minutes. And if we continue to play the way that we are, then the Cats are going to have won the ball game. Bowers looks over at second base, looks back at first. There's that high kick, and there's a called strike. He seems to have our guys fooled a little bit on that little backdoor curveball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Sure comes in slow, you know?
Yes, it does. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, 1 in for the Cats. Here comes Bauer's pitch, and there's another one tries to go to right field, and that one's going to be out of play. Reverse loose, and that's strike 2. Pitcher Bowers, the sophomore, looks back. Here it comes, and he got him. Strike 3. There's a strikeout, retired the side, but not until a little bit more damage was done, and the Cats are up by a score of 5-0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Welcome back to the Marion Family Complex in the Ruby Schaefer baseball field, top half of the 7th inning. And Brody Crane has just been swimmingly along. Defense has done a really, really nice job. There are no errors at this point. There has been 1 hit and 1 base on balls. So we can finish the ball game right here, and it's going to be Dalton, West, and Davis. Dalton, the second baseman, steps in, and there's the first pitch from Crane, and it's called strike 1.
That's
good way to start the inning, right?
That was hot.
Yes, it was. It was, and he looks down. Here comes the second pitch, and a little bit low and inside for a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. He's got a little more than 70 pitches, and so there's no problem with getting in trouble pitch-wise. That ball was low for ball 2. Got past Cannon Smith, but there's nobody on base, so no harm, no foul. Here comes the next pitch underway, and that one's high and outside. We'll make the count 3-1 for Brady Dalton, second baseman for the Grove Ridge Runners. Here comes the next pitch, and there's called strike 2. And Dalton thought, well, I'll just see if I can get halfway down to second base or first base, and the home plate umpire will let me go on down there, but nothing doing. It's called strike. So the count's full for Brody Crane. Here's the next pitch, and there's a ball.
There's the ball.
Brings up the first baseman, Walker West.
Here's Walker West. That is the third base runner for Grove. You know, the last time we had a base runner like that, defense pulled us out of double play balls, so maybe look for that again. West steps in there. Crane looks over at first base. Here's the first pitch, and got him swinging for call strike 1. West has grounded out and has struck out twice in the ball game. Comes the next pitch underway, and it's Nice job by Canton Smith to smother that ball and fake to throw down to first base. Crane looks over, looks at first base. Here comes a pitch, and there's a ball that's hit to Hudson Williams. He makes the catch for the first out. So F6, and there's the first out in the 7th inning. Here is Adrian Davis. Adrian Davis is the left fielder. He has struck out once, and then he has grounded out 6-1.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss for strike one. In fact, he's the one that started that double play ball the last time. The double play ball here, and the Cats will be singing. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a hard hit ball, and that's going to be in the gap, and that's going to bring some runners on around. The third base coach is saying, go, 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 go. Cats are trying to get the ball in. And Davis is in with a triple. So the shutout is no longer available in the bottom half of the 7th inning, but there is a triple by Aiden Davis, the right fielder.
13, Avery Petty.
Here's Avery Petty, the third baseman. Petty is grounded out twice. There's the first pitch, and it's called strike one. The ball was hit well and was hit right into the gap, wasn't it?
It was a nice hit.
And there's that ball. That evens the count at 1-1. There's one out and a runner on third base. Foul ball. Everybody just kind of let that one go foul and watched it go by. And I think the Cats' posture is they would give up the run in order to get the out. So we'll see if that's not the case at this point. Crane looks down. Here's the next pitch, and he got him. Strike three. So there's the second out of the side. And this is the designated hitter, Micah Watson. He has struck out and has grounded out 4-3. All right, let's get this one over. Let's get on with this one and get it over with and get the JV ball game started. There's the first one, and it's hit over to Hudson Williams. Hudson Williams over to first base for the out. And there's the ball game. So the Cats win it by a score of 5-1, largely on the strength of the pitching from Brody Crane, but did some really, really nice work in the outfield. Brody had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. We're going to take time out, and we'll be back. You are watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. Stay tuned for the post-game show that's brought to you by Arvest Bank. Arvest makes Neosho their home.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us, it's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do. And for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Welcome back to the stadium here in Neosho. We're at the Marion Family Complex, and we're at the Roy B. Shaver baseball field. The Cats finished it out. They did allow a run in the 7th inning, but Brody Crane had 7 strikeouts. He walked 2, gave up 2 hits. The Cats had 8 hits. They've struck out 3 times, but they scored 5 runs, so that's pretty good for our Cats, and we are excited, as we said, to see them. Not an error, which doesn't happen a whole lot, but there was not an error at all, so we're certainly grateful for what these Cats have done. They've worked hard, so we will continue to watch them play. This is the post-game show, and it is brought to you by Arvest Bank. At Arvest Bank, we believe in the power of serving others. From small businesses to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, we've got it covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and can help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, proud to make Neosho home, and we're waiting right now on Coach Heath Kilgore. We'll see if he's going to make it up here. It's a little difficult to see the dugout with the way it is. The sun is out. It was a great ball game. The Cats started out. It was about 82 degrees. The wind was blowing a little bit, and then it stopped, and the Cats capitalized when they needed to in that first inning and scored 4 big runs, and they scored them largely on Finn Versluis. Got a base hit, and then he came around to score. Jaden Nichols got a base hit. He came around to score. Lynn McInturf, the DH, walked. He came around to score, and Jaden Fisher walked, all in the first inning, and then we didn't get another run until all the way over into the 6th inning, when once again we got a walk and a base hit by Jaden Fisher, and we came on around to score. So we'll wait right here and see if Coach is coming. We're going to take another timeout. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit risefitnesscenter.com.
Welcome back, and we have Coach Keith Kilgore with us. Coach, your assessment of the ball game. We thought it was a pretty good ball game from here.
It was a great ball game. We were very fortunate. Crane goes out and does what he has done thus far, and he's always going to give you a chance to win. And offensively, that's what we've talked about, is start quick, and we were able to do that and get an early lead.
Well, it just seems like that Finn Versluis is in the business of manufacturing runs. It doesn't matter how he does it. I mean, we went to Pittsburgh, and he walked, stole second base, went to third on an overthrow, and then on a drop third strike scored. You just can't ask for a whole lot.
Well, he's your spark plug. That's why he's in the leadoff position, and he's the fastest kid that we got, and he's got to create some havoc on the bases, and that's what we've talked about. To this day, we have about 45 stolen bases, and and that's what we want to do. We want to put pressure on defenses and force them to make plays, and they're buying into that mindset.
Yeah, and we were without an error. And maybe you saw one, but I did not see an error in the ball game for us, and that has got to keep our. You saw 2 of them.
No, that is 2 games in a row with no errors.
Okay.
So, pitching and defense wins championships, and that's the that's whenever we talk about the priorities, that's a priority. Pitching and defense, and we take pride in that, and that's something we work phases every single day, and it takes about an hour to get through it, and then we decide to hit. Yesterday I was very proud of the kids. We were striking out way too many times and swinging through balls and watching third strike 3, and our focus yesterday was 2-strike approach, and today we had 1 strikeout. We had 14 quality at bats that moved individuals, and we only had 1 strikeout. So I was just very proud of the kids, and just kind of buying into that philosophy yesterday in hitting.
Well, when you've got a high-octane ball club like we've got, and it most definitely is a high-octane ball club, and you bring a lefty in like Bowers, who probably was lucky to get the ball over the plate, honestly, because he threw it so slow. That's a little tough on us. I mean, when you're all ramped up and ready to go, and look, you're going fastball hunting, and all of a sudden you see something like that come across.
Well, and our approach was not great versus him, and and that's one thing we got to get our toes on the line. We got to look middle away. Our mindset has to change when we go to the plate and adapt, and we did not do a very good job of that. You got to give him credit. He nibbled around the plate, and we swung at pitches that we couldn't handle.
Yeah, we did. And I'll tell you what, from being an old baseball player, when they put that type of shift on that they put on, I'm going to try to hit the ball to right field every time.
Well, and that is, that's got to be the approach, oppo, right center, and that's why we're trying to get our guys, to toe the line and take away the middle away and utilize the right side of the field. And, we just didn't do a very good job of that. But you know what? We get to practice tomorrow, and that's something that we can talk about and work on, and hopefully when we get to play again, maybe a different story.
Well, the folks have got an opportunity to come out and watch us play on Saturday, don't they?
They do. We have a doubleheader, a varsity doubleheader with St. Mary's and Springdale, Arkansas, and then we'll play a JV to wrap it up. So we start at 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, and then come Tuesday, we have our first COC ball game.
First COC, that is correct.
And then we turn around, we play Waynesville, and then just shortly thereafter, we play Central, another COC. And hey, we're moving right into the ball season, aren't we?
That's it. And one thing that I'm very proud of these young men is they're coachable, and they give you everything that they have, and they make it fun. And that's what we're doing right now. I mean, we had an opportunity to go to Florida, and our focus was not only getting on the field and playing the game, but to work on our team chemistry, to work on relationships, learn to trust one another. And I think we closed that gap there. And I think you're seeing, the byproduct of, just the camaraderie between teammates.
Yeah, it's an exciting ball club. We kind of said at the beginning of the season, the team last year started 5-1 too. They started 5-1 in a little different circumstance. This group of kids is special.
Yeah, and I truly believe it, and I think that there's going to be special things that happen for this group. That just got to keep believing, keep working, and buying into the mindset that we talk about every single day, and what our priorities. So the biggest thing is, championship teams, teams that compete at a high level, they got a lot of trust in one another. There's a great culture, there's great relationships, and you got to have fun doing it. And that's been our number one priority. The byproduct will be the play on the field.
Had to be a little fun for Coach Osborne to beat up on the guys he came from last year, didn't it?
Well, and that's what I told the kids before the game. I said, hey, win this one for Oz. So,
yeah. All right. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for stopping by here. But 6-1 start, that is a great start, and it only goes uphill from here.
Well, and we're looking forward to the challenge, and, and you can't look past what Brody Crane, has done in his first 2 starts, and, and that's, what we expect out of him, and we got to find a way just to get him some runs, and we were able to do that, and just very fortunate to, get the win.
Yeah, we are. Congratulations. Great victory.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again the next time. Hey, be here on Saturday when the Cats have got a doubleheader, and then next week we'll be busy. We've got a ball game on Tuesday, then we've got one on Friday. Miami Oklahoma comes to town, and the idea behind that is we play as many teams as we can, get as many looks as we can before we start COC, and that'll come up next. That's it from here. The Cats go to a record of 6-5. The Grove Ridge Runners now are 5-6. The Cats are 6-1. Excuse me, I said 6-5. They are 6-1. The Ridge Runners go to 5-6. I'll get it right here in a minute. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts to what we're doing right now. But be with us again on Tuesday night. We'd love to have you with us. We'd love to be able to see your smiling faces right out there in the bleachers. But if you can't do that, the very next best thing is to be with me and Matt as we